loud, they're angry. Talk radio is full of extreme opinions on both sides of the political aisle.
Yeah, and you can hear them talking a big game, but how much power do talk radio hosts really have? Did they influence your vote? Carol Costello joins us from Washington with more in her special series on talk radio. Hey, Carol.
This was a tough one, Karen. President Obama said this back in January. You can't just listen to Rush Limbaugh and get things done. He was talking as if talk radio wields power over politicians. Well, does any talk show host have that kind of power? The answer is not so simple.
Hey!
They certainly get your attention from the right.
Ready to go? Come on!
And the left.
More fun than a bag full of squirrels.
Sure, they're extreme, but politics in America has long been a blood sport. The question is, does that translate to real political power?
We've got Obama, and he's kind of like doing the same damn thing.
Bob Durkin is a conservative talker at WHP in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Some people believe that conservative talk radio has become too powerful.
I don't know how powerful we are, but I guess we are powerful to a degree, but so are all the other media. The Washington Post and the New York Times, are they powerful? You're damn right they are. So why can't we be powerful?
If you measure power by energizing people already in your corner, then conservative talkers win. Many of their listeners showed up at angry town halls and tea parties, a clear sign, some say, they're fueling a loud, conservative political movement.
There is a kind of opposition party quality to a shadow government quality to listening to conservative radio these days. And I don't see any problem with that in a democracy.
It's amazing how many Republicans want to come on this show.
And no one wields that political club more effectively than Rush Limbaugh. He attracts 15 million listeners a week and brings some Republican leaders to their knees. Influential, sure, but powerful? Some say even with Limbaugh's vast audience, no.
A listenership is not a vote. And this is a huge mistake that's made by the press and observers of talk radio, that somehow, because 15 million people every week listen to Rush Limbaugh, somehow these are 15 million diehard conservative voters.
According to Talkers Magazine, 56% of those who listen to talk radio identify themselves as independent.
A Rush Limbaugh endorsing a candidate for president or pushing a candidate for president is not sufficient to get that person nominated by a Republican Party.
Case in point?
If Huckabee McCain get the nomination, there's a good chance his party's finished.
Change is coming.
But McCain did win the GOP nomination in 2008. And despite Limbaugh's anti-Obama talk, Barack Obama became president. Actually, you could argue liberal talkers have enjoyed the real political power.
Congratulations, Senator.
Do you really think that Al Franken could have gone from being a Saturday Night Live ex-comedian and go into the Senate and be elected in Minnesota without that stop along the way on talk radio as a host? Not a chance.
Shoot the sucker before he shoots you.
They're scaring the bejesus out of America.
They're just too gutless to say so.
Somebody who's trying to take away your freedom.
So perhaps the real power in talk is simply this: they command your attention. Oh, and some politicians have been accused of repeating radio talk talking points. Does that mean voters will think better of those politicians and vote for them? Michael Harrison of Talkers Magazine says there's simply no reliable evidence that demonstrates that's true. Take a look at the approval ratings for lawmakers. They're not so good. John, Kieran?
You know, it's just fascinating to look at this whole world, Carolyn. And one thing I was interested in is if 56% of people who listen to talk radio identify themselves as independent, why does the meter skew in favor of conservative talk radio? Is it just that they're that much more entertaining to listen to?
That's a big part of it. Michael Harrison from Talkers Magazine says these guys are very talented. You know, they're enjoyable to listen to. Some people just listen to them to get angry. Some people listen to them to laugh. Some people are really into what they're saying. People listen to media for all different kinds of reasons. You know, there's just this perception out there that Americans will listen to any one person and do exactly what they say. But I would like to think that Americans aren't lemmings and that at some point they make up their own minds. There's lots of information out there, not on the radio.
Yeah, you get to the edge of that cliff, you can make a choice. Do I jump with everybody else or do I stay back here and be by myself?
You're alone in that voting booth, remember. You don't have Rush
right.
Limbaugh looking over your shoulder.
Exactly. Carol, fascinating stuff this morning. Thanks so much. So what do you think? How powerful is talk radio, and does it influence you? Comment on what you just saw. Go to our blog on cnn.com/amfix.